What's going on, guys? Kevin the Tech Ninja here. In today's video, we're talking all things smart home, but with a baller twist. But before I get into this video, Ricky, why are you not subscribed just yet? Let's make it very simple. Hit that subscribe button right here and tap that bell notification to be notified when I make another video. Everything in this video is made for the ballers in your life. If you want to ball out on smart home stuff, then look no further than this video. Today's lineup is crazy, so make sure your wallet is ready and you got room on that credit card. Today's video, we have a drone that flies around your house when it sees motion, robotic vacuum cleaner that can navigate your whole house just by pushing a button, air conditioning for your bed, and security cameras that are monitored by real people and they'll pop up and yell at someone. Wow, let's get into it. The very first item on this list for the baller smart home is today's sponsor. This is the Roborock S4 Max. What makes this baller is that this robot vacuum cleaner has a few features that are pretty dope. For one, it has automatic room recognition, meaning you could tell the robot to go to a certain room and clean it if it's on the same level. So I can tell my robot to clean my son's room and it will leave the base, go to my son's room and vacuum the floors. I can't even get my son to do that. Then it'll come back to its dock in our room to charge back up. Also, depending on where you put it, it'll know what level you're on. My house is a tri-level house, so if I have it on the main level, it will know based off the sensors and what it recognizes. You can set up to 10 no-go zones and 10 invisible barriers per level, so you can make sure it stays on track and is not going behind things you don't need it to go to. You can also set cleaning schedules so it cleans on a specific time and date. Having a robot vacuum cleaner in your life is not only baller, it makes your life so much easier. Now I do run mine a few days a week, and when I come home, the floors are just sparkling clean with those lines going through it, and I'm pretty darn happy. So with 3 hours of battery life, the S4 Max is designed to work on hardwood floors and low pile carpet. It removes the normal dirt, crumbs, and pet hairs from these surfaces. Now, speaking of pets, removing dander from surfaces will help your allergies because it ends up getting caught by the E11 washable filter. Hit the top link in the description below to pick up the S4 Max, and this will get you the most updating pricing. Next up in this video is the Brava Smart Oven. I can't stress this enough how awesome this thing is. At first, I was like, I don't need something like this, but my mind was changed once I used it. Now, first of all, it cooks with a light, infrared, so it gets hot very fast and it cools down pretty fast too. The smart oven has thousands of programmed foods built right into it. It's around the size of a normal microwave, but it does have a touchscreen on top and a camera to look inside to watch the cooking as it happens. And that's pretty baller. And this touchscreen gives you the cooking modes, settings, recipes, and more. You have access to all their stuff via the app too, so you can set up a cook right from the couch. Now, depending on the bundle you buy, you get different cooking tools like a metal tray, a glass tray, chef pan, egg pan, muffin tin, and so much more. The way it works is really simple. Let's say you want to cook some salmon. So from the app or the screen, you select salmon and it tells you what to use. We're gonna use the glass cooking sheet. Now you put the salmon on it, and then from there you follow the instructions on the screen. It's gonna have you install the thermal temperature sensor, and then you tell the Brava how you want it cooked. When it's cooking, you can see the temperature on the app and on the screen, and when it's at the right temperature, depending on the doneness you want, the oven shuts off, it makes a beeping sound, and it notifies you on your phone. And let me tell you that it does cook it to perfection. We've made a lot of salmon, a big pot roast, and I also make my eggs in it the exact same way. It makes cooking easier and faster, and it takes the guesswork out of it. This does retail for around $1,000, and it depends on the package you get and the accessories, and it can go up to around $1,500. Next up is one of Dyson's newest fans. It's using cryptic technology to capture particles and continuously destroys formaldehyde items. Those are Dyson's words and not mine, but what I will say that the air comes out of it does feel very clean. Also, when you take a look at the filter, you can see particles in there, and this is stuff that would have been in the air. So it's grabbing things out of the air before blowing it back into the environment. It's cleaning the air. The fan really does look sleek too. It can spin 360 degrees, it kicks out a lot of air, Since it's using Dyson's patented bladeless technology, it is really quiet for the amount of air that it kicks out. Dyson is one of the leaders for premium home items, and this fan definitely fits into the remote. The built-in display shows the room temperature and also the pollutants the machine has detected, so at a glance you can look at it and see how much stuff it's been removing, which is definitely cool and also a little bit scary at the same time. Since this is a smart home video, there is definitely going to be a smart element, and you guessed it, it has an app. This app lets you turn it off and on, adjust the cool air, check the status of the filters, order new filters, and much, much more. This retails for $650. Next up is the drone that I talked about earlier. This drone pops out of the ground to protect your house. This is the Sunflower Home Awareness System, the world's first autonomous residential security drone. This drone will launch into the air automatically if it detects a person on your property, and it's really amazing to see. Here's how it works. You have three main components: the Sunflower, which looks like garden lights, but they're actually sensors with microphones; the Bee, which is a fully autonomous drone equipped with an HD camera with sensors with night vision and object avoidance hardware; and then the Hive. The Hive is the base station. It opens up and the drone flies out of it. When it's time to land, the drone drops back into the base station for it to charge, and then it closes. The app gives you a layout of your house in all the point of interest. Now you map this out within the app and then you give each section name. So for example, you can say pool or garage. When the object walks into your area, the sensor will tell you what it sees and then it'll say where it's at. So for example, it says, I see a person by the garage. From there, you can press investigate on the app and then the drone will launch to the last known location. Or you can just manually fly it too, but the autonomous mode makes it much nicer. Now I did check this out earlier this year at CES in January, and it works really well from what I saw. For people who have a bit of property and may need that extra oomph of security, this might foot the bill. And since this is the baller edition of smart home tech, you know the price is up there too, coming in at nearly $10,000. Even if you're not in the market for something at this price point, this is a company I'd continue to watch. This is the baller edition of smart home, so we gotta protect our home, obviously. So we're gonna stay on the theme of home security with the Deep Sentinel system. It's an all-in-one solution for home security. What makes it different than other smart home systems on the market, this one has a monitoring service that will use AI to detect activity, and then a real person will monitor this event. So if someone walks to your door, the system wakes up and starts to monitor. If it's not a known person using the facial recognition software, then one of the Deep Sentinel advisors will monitor this interaction and intervene if need be. When I did my full review, I tested it in my house for over a month, and then I kept it for an additional 2 months since they gave me 3 months for free. This thing is pretty legit. I even dressed up as an unknown person once to snoop around my house, and I stole a package. I was pretty bored that day. It did sound a very loud alarm, and it recorded the whole interaction, and then it called me. It may be overkill for me, but if you live in an area that has a lot of package theft or property theft, or if you're a vulnerable person, this will give you a peace of mind and something you should really consider. The cameras are wireless and water resistant, and they last around 3 months. The camera system is $700, and it's $100 a month for monitoring, which you need to agree to a 1-year contract. So all in, it's $700 plus $1,200 for a year of service. Okay, now coming down the home stretch, since winter is coming, this is something I'll be using a lot. This is the BedJet, and the best way for me to explain it is that it's a big climate machine that sits under your bed or next to your bed, and it pipes in air, whether it's cold air or hot air or somewhere in between. For the summer, it's really nice. You can pump in cool air, and for the winter, you can pump in heat. What I did find is that instead of cranking AC for the whole house, I can just turn on the BedJet for a little bit and have it turn off after a few hours, which will just cool off my bed for the night. The BedJet comes with a remote and an app. The app and remote are very, very basic, but once you learn it, you can set up schedules and other profiles within the app, but it still leaves a lot to be desired. I can go on and on about it, but once you use a BedJet, I'll tell you what, it changes everything when you're in the bed. No longer you have to come to a hot bed or a cold bed. You're just in that thing and it's perfect. I have version 2, but version 3 is out and they start at $350. And there you have it. If you're still watching this video, you are a top-notch baller and I appreciate you. This was my smart home tech baller edition. I do cover a lot of smart home stuff, so make sure you hit that playlist below to see what else I've covered over the past few years of smart home objects. And if your current situation doesn't put you in the baller category, that's okay. I'm working on some budget smart home videos too, so don't you worry. Anyways guys, Kevin the Tech Ninja, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Didn't forget about you, Ricky, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.